Mr. Clerk. All right, let's call the meeting of the City of Tonawanda Council to order. Mr. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Lulanich,
Here.
Nocera,
Here.
Rautenstrau,
Here.
Mylum,
Here.
Cook.
Here. If you can please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You can remain standing. If we could just center ourselves and have a silent reflection. Thank you. You may be seated. Love it. I love it. We have some special guests this evening. I'll do my best to try to get through this, but this evening we have Bonnie and Frank MacGyver, as well as Bonnie's beautiful daughters. I've had the honor and the privilege of knowing the MacGyver family for quite some time. I went to high school with Bonnie's daughter, Lindsay. Anytime she walked down the hallway, she would light up her room. And unfortunately, Lindsay passed away at a young age, far too soon. And they've carried on Lindsay's legacy with a 5K race in the city of Tonawanda for 16 years. They've donated a lot of money to Roswell Park and pediatric cancer research. So I had an opportunity at the last Lindsay's Legacy to join Bonnie and Frank at the starting line, and I invited them to come to an upcoming council meeting. So they're here tonight, and I'd like to call up Bonnie and Frank MacGyver and turn it over to the mayor, who's going to issue a proclamation. Mayor?
Thank you. This is an appreciation of the Lindsay's Legacy 5K run. Whereas in March 2002, at the age of 19, Lindsay R. MacGyver, a 2001 graduate of Tonawanda High School, was diagnosed with this alveolar cancer. Whereas on July 21st, 2004, Lindsay MacGyver passed away after a brave 2.5-year battle with this rare soft tissue cancer. And whereas on November 12th, 2005, the first annual Lindsay's Legacy Run, which I remember, was held in the honor of Lindsay, who never, ever stopped smiling. Her bravery, her optimism were inspiration to everybody and to all that knew her. And whereas Bonnie MacGyver Mariani, Lindsay's mother, along with countless volunteers over the years, have coordinated this annual 5K run for 17 years in an effort to continue Lindsay's war against cancer. And whereas the proceeds of over $175,000 have been donated to the Courage of Carly Fund at Roswell Park Cancer Institute for pediatric funding division, and at the research lab of Dr. Frederick Barr at the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine. So whereas now, therefore be resolved that I, John L. White, Mayor of the City of Tonawanda, do hereby present this proclamation to Bonnie MacGyver Mariani for the devoted leadership to Lindsay's Legacy 5K run and the fight against cancer.
Yeah. And I'd like to bring up Bonnie's two daughters as well. I called up Bonnie, yes. Want to be in a picture? Come here. Come here. Come on. Picture. Yay. Frank, I apologize. I gave you Bonnie's last name, so.
I get funded all way. It's enough.
Yes. And Bonnie, on behalf of the city of Tonawanda, we wanted to present you with this beautiful arrangement.
Like my daughter.
Exactly. So thank you for all you've done for pediatric cancer in the city of Tonawanda. We certainly appreciate both of you and all of you. I know it's an army of volunteers that assisted with this. So thank you very much.
If we had a thank you list, you'd be here till midnight. So we want to thank just about every department in Tonawanda, common council, mayor, the police were essential, past administrations. There's never been a political issue in approving this. And we hope we've been a de facto chamber of commerce, bringing everybody to the river, because we've gotten so many compliments on what a beautiful city this is. So
Well, thank you.
that's a silver lining.
Thank you.
And this most recent one, the one that we just had, raised over $15,000. So our total is over $225,000 that we've been able to donate in Lindsay's name.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, well, I'll let you carry it.
There is a box right there if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So much.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. We have a future leader right here. You don't have to stay for the whole meeting if you don't. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, I really appreciate it, like Frank said. The city of Tonawanda has been so gracious, as he said. Give me tickets. Anybody wants one, they go to Jenna, but everything about it has just been wonderful, and Lindsay loved the city. Fought hard, but hopefully other children won't have to fight.
Thank
Ready?
you.
Ready? Come on, let's go.
Thanks for having him.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much.
Healthy kids.
Congratulations.
Okay. Communications from the mayor have been ordered and filed. Communications from city officials and correspondence have also been ordered and filed. At this time, we'll now take comments by the public on the resolutions. For those that are joining us in person, please approach the microphone. Mr. Clerk, any resident who's joining us virtually wish to address the council on the resolutions?
Madam President, at this time, I do not have anyone on the Zoom call looking to make any comments on the resolutions.
Okay, let's proceed.
Resolution number 1 by Councilmember Mylum.
Do we have a second?
I'll take it.
Second by Mrs. Lalanich.
Resolved that the common council minutes from November 15th, 2022 be accepted as filed.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Lalanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 2 by Councilmember Rautenstrau.
I'll second.
Resolved that the following individuals be named as Commissioner of Deeds for the city of Tonawanda, term to expire December 31st, 2024. Lynn Burke, Karen Berkeley, Patricia S. Dudek, Karen L. Kozlowski, Phyllis M. Kivler, Dale C. Kaganovich, Amanda Miller, Katie M. Schultz, and Amanda Voisinay.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Lalanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I
Cook.
declare the resolution adopted. At this time, we'll now take comments by the public following the resolutions. For those that are joining us virtually, there is a spot for you to raise your hand. For those that are in person, please approach the microphone. Mr. Clerk, any residents wishing to ask a comment or question to the council following the resolutions?
Madam President, at this time, I do not show anyone on the Zoom call looking to make any comments at this time.
Okay. Mrs. Lalanich.
I have no comments at this time.
Okay. Mr. Nocera.
This past Friday, we had, it's a wonderful night celebration in the city, lighting of Clinton Park. It was very well attended. There was more vendors this year on Main Street than last year, I believe. Families seemed to be in great numbers and everybody had a great time. I think the vendors did it all, good business. A lot of them were, mentioning that it was a good crowd and it was a lot of fun and the weather cooperated pretty much. The other thing I wanted to mention is congratulations to Lindsay's family for 17 years and over $225,000 of donations to Roswell Park and cancer research. It's very important, those dollars. Those researchers need that type of funding in increasing amounts as prices go up for all of that. That's all I have.
Mr. Rounstrau.
Thank you, Madam President. Just kind of sharing the same sentiment as Mr. Nocera. Thanks to Bonnie and Frank for all you do for our community. I think you've raised a lot of money for a great cause. And thank you for being that lead on it. It's great that you were recognized this evening for all you've done. And again, I want to mention too, it's a wonderful night. I want to thank Mandy for keeping a great tradition going, for making it truly a wonderful night. My family looks forward to it every year, seeing the lighting of Clinton Park and getting down to Main Street and enjoying that entire evening. So great work by you, by everybody on the Parks and Rec Department, our police and fire that kind of looked out for everybody and made it happen. Our volunteers, volunteer fire, and the fire police. You guys all did a great job with the evening. So thank you all very much. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Rounstrau. Mr. Mylum.
I have nothing to report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mylum. Mayor.
Yes, Mandy, great job, awesome. Parks Rec, electric department, did some poll work to make sure we had enough electric down in the Main Street. Police, fire department, great effort by all. At the lighting, I asked for a moment of silence to make a Christmas wish, and I'm going to devour my Christmas wish. On the microphone, I said, mine would be peace on earth and unity for all. And I'd like to make that statement so we can have it on record. I think that's important. Next is the Garden Club. They did a great job decorating the tree up front here in the corridor. At City Hall, they also did the conference, the community room downstairs. Did a great job. They also did the Long Homestead Home. If you get a chance, go look at the Long Homestead Home. They decorated for the holidays. I want to thank them for that. Tomorrow is a dedication for Ron Pelosi, 10 o'clock at the pavilion, the Ron Pelosi Pavilion. It's actually up. We're going to do it. It's going to be short. We're going to probably be there at 10. We'll be up by quarter after. If you have an opportunity, come on down. The dedication is tomorrow. And then the last is congrats. I'm very proud to the graduating class of Tonawanda National Junior Honor Society. I had the pleasure of speaking and giving a little send off. It's kind of neat. You always think, what's the world going to be in another 20 years? I think we're going to be in pretty good hands. These young adults, men, women, they're doing a great job. It was good to see them networking, communicating, selling. They're trying to generate income for their class. And it was really nice to see what they do and what they're trying to accomplish, because they're the ones that are going to take over for Sean, us, when we're done in the exchange clubs, Kiwanis clubs, all the different service organizations. And that was my spiel over the microphone. But you know what? You're going to be taking over these things. We need it, and we can't afford to let these young adults leave the city, or if they do stay and not contribute. I think to give back is very important. And I think they took that very well. I talked to a few of them after they were done, so. Hats off to Ms. Corf, who put that together up at the school. So congratulations to that group.
Anything else? Thank you, Mayor. There's so many individuals and organizations that do such great work in our city, and, you know, if we could recognize all of them, I think it would be, you know, such a great thing. And, you know, Bonnie and Frank and the entire Lindsay's Legacy volunteers have been instrumental in hoping to find a cure for pediatric cancer. And, you know, certainly there's such planning that goes into 25-minute race, from meeting with, you know, the police and the fire safety and all the volunteers, making sure you have enough hands on deck to make sure that this race runs without any hiccups. And when I had an opportunity to talk to Bonnie after the race had started for the last time, it was a very bittersweet moment, I think, for her and her family, because of all the work that goes into such an event. And I said to her, I said, you know, I certainly hope that you find other events in the future in the city. And that's certainly something that they're going to explore. But how amazing that they are able to raise so much money for pediatric cancer research, and it starts in Clinton Park in our community. So my hats are off to them, and whatever they decide to do, whatever event they decide to do in the future, the city of Tonawanda is always home for them. So I know they'll certainly be reaching out to us, but truly it was great to see them, and we will always remember Lindsay for the beautiful woman that she was, and be thankful for the entire family for all that they've contributed. With that, I know the mayor had mentioned there's a dedication ceremony tomorrow at the Ronald J. Pelosi Pavilion. And there was a lot of work that went in behind the scenes for the plaque. So I want to thank the administrative assistant Sharon Stewart, our city treasurer Bill Reese, the council, the mayor, Mandy, and everybody that played a role in designing of the plaque and making sure that it's in the perfect spot. And so I apologize that I will not be there tomorrow morning. But, you know, thank you for having this dedication ceremony. So certainly thank you to the family of the late Ron Pelosi for all he did in our city of Tonawanda. And truly, this is well-deserving recognition. And, you know, I hopefully he puts in a good ticket for the weather tomorrow. So hopefully the sun will be shining. Also, the LDC tomorrow will have their general meeting at 7 p.m. at 61 Main Street, and their meetings are open to the public. So if anyone would like to stop on out and, you know, hear the meeting of the LDC, which is the Local Development Corporation, please certainly do so. That's 7 p.m. At 61 Main Street. With that said, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
A second.
Seconded by Mr. Rounstraw. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Hey, I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
This time it concludes our
Hey, Sharon.
Zoom call this evening, and the next meeting will be on Tuesday, December 20th. Have a great evening.
That's really cool.
And we've got it.